Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. Today, the new Pokemon TCG Pocket set, Wisdom of Sea and Sky, was officially revealed. We also have some new cards to go over. We've already covered a lot of them from the leaks that happened earlier this week, but there are a couple of extra things to now go over. We're going to be breaking all of it down today. Let's get into it. So, starting things off, we have Cerebi tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the next set for Pokemon TCG Pocket has been revealed. Releases on the 30th of July, 2025. So yeah, the data mines were correct. It was coming out on the 30th of July. I have no idea why this was not announced in the Pokemon Presents, because it was literally 2 days ago. It is what it is, but it is all about Johto. The pack art looks absolutely incredible. Of course, there are 2 packs, just like normal. I feel like the idea of 3 packs just isn't really going to happen again now. I think we're just always just going to get 2, which is fine because there's less kind of packs to open, which means you're more likely to get the cards that you want. But yeah, the pack art of Ho-Oh and Lugia looks absolutely fantastic. So of course, we do have all the cards to go over, which are now in English, with the reveal of a new card as well, which is a Togepi card. But first off, I wanted to go over this because we have a first look at some new cosmetic items on Pokemon TCG Pocket for Wisdom of the Sea and Sky, which looks absolutely incredible. So the top left, we have like Ho-Oh and Lugia. I don't know if they're fighting, but they're kind of flying past each other. On the top right, we have the Ho-Oh coin, which just looks... I assume this is a Ho-Oh coin. It looks like a coin, but it actually might just be part of this artwork. But it actually looks incredible. I really hope they make a Ho-Oh coin of this and a Lugia coin like this, because it'll easily be the coin I use every single time in Pokemon TCG Pocket. We do have Ho-Oh and Lugia as well, and then we have the starters down here in the bottom left, and of course we have the new Togepi card, which we didn't already know about. That wasn't revealed, I think, prior to today. I think we just found information out about that from these kind of cosmetic items and stuff that have also dropped for the new set. But yeah, that's just, I guess, a couple of cosmetic items. Hopefully we get more. Of course, it will get a full data mine on the 30th of July when the set drops. We might get full leaks before that. But either way, those are the new cosmetic items for Pokemon TCG Pocket. Moving on, we of course have all the cards to go over as well. This is on Pokemon Zone. Like I say, we've already covered this, but it was in Italian. Translations were a little bit off. We now know what these cards actually do and everything like that. So we're going to quickly go over it again. So we've got Lugia EX here. So it is a 150 HP colorless card. It has the move Elemental Blast for 180 damage, but will need a fire, water, and electric energy. And then when you use Elemental Blast, you discard a fire, water, and electric energy from this Pokemon. It's got a 2 retreat cost, and it is weak to electric. So, yeah, quite a difficult card to set up. Obviously, there's different cards in this set to kind of help it a little bit, but I guess it is still going to be relatively difficult. And like I say, 180 damage is enough to knock out most things, but it also doesn't knock out everything. You can easily have a 200 HP Pokemon with a giant cape. So that would just be really annoying, because you can't knock out what's in front of you and you've just lost all your energy. So it is one of those things. We then have Ho-Oh EX as well, which is a 150 HP fire type card. It has the move Phoenix Turbo for 80 damage, which you need 3 colorless energy for. And it says take a fire, water, and electric energy from your energy zone and attach them to your benched basic Pokemon in any way that you like. So this is obviously very, very good for Lugia. I think it was translated a little bit worse last time, but obviously your benched basic Pokemon will be Lugia, because it is even though it's a legendary Pokemon, it's still a basic. So basically you have Ho-Oh in front, you use Phoenix Turbo, and then you get a fire, water, and electric energy from your energy zone, attach it to your Lugia, and then Lugia is kind of ready to go. So you're going to be swapping, and I guess you're going to be swapping and changing these 2 Pokemon a lot. So I guess Leaf would be quite viable in this deck because they've both got a 2 retreat cost. So yeah, I mean, they work together well, because at the end of the day, you're only really going to be running fire energy on Ho-Oh EX. I mean, you don't even need to run fire energy on it, to be fair, because that's 3 colorless. So these kind of work in any deck, really. Because you could have like a steel deck, have like 3 steel energy on Ho-Oh, pop the Phoenix Turbo, and then it will get the 3 energy on Lugia, and then obviously you're ready to deal 180 damage. So it actually, both of these could be in any deck, which is kind of wild. We then, of course, have Chikorita, Cyndaquil, and Totodile. So yeah, we kind of knew everything about these. 1 retreat cost. They all do 20 damage each. I think they all have 60 HP as well. Yeah, looks to be that way. I don't know if we're going to get like Meganium EX, Typhlosion EX, Feraligatr EX. We already know about 4 of the EX cards, which are Lugia, Ho-Oh, Umbreon, and Espeon, and we usually get like, what, 5, 6 maybe in a brand new set. So we might get a couple more, but there's Pokemon like Tyranitar, there's, like I say, Typhlosion, the starters. Really good Pokemon that definitely would deserve an EX kind of variant. We then have Pichu as well, which has the, well, it has a move. It feels like an ability, but obviously it's no cost. It has Crackly Toss. So you take an electric energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched basic Pokemon, but it does only have 30 HP. So if it gets knocked out, you know, it is unfortunate. It has a 0 retreat cost, which is quite nice, but yeah, at the end of the day, it is going to be, you can easily lose it because there's a lot of, you know, Pokemon that can deal 30 damage on turn 1. So if you go first, and then they just knock you out second turn. Same with Clefairy as well, 30 HP. It has no cost for the move Twinkly Call. So put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. So this is very nice for like searching and stuff, but again, at the end of the day, you're probably going to be losing it the turn after. We then do have the shiny Gyarados, which has the move Wild Swing, so 20 plus. So for 2 water energy, you may discard any number of your benched water Pokemon. This attack does 40 more damage for each benched Pokemon you discarded in this way. So it's actually benched water Pokemon. I feel like it wasn't translated properly right last time, because I think it just said you can discard any of your benched Pokemon, but now we know it's your actual benched water Pokemon. And yeah, I don't know if that's going to be super viable. I mean, it's got 130 HP, it's got a 3 retreat cost as well. It has to evolve. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. We then do have the Umbreon and the Espeon. So Umbreon looks like it's going to be very good. So it has 140 HP, has the ability Dark Chase. So once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may switch in one of your opponent's benched Pokemon that has damage on it into the active spot. So it's basically a free Cyrus, which is really good because it also deals 80 damage with Darkness Fang, which takes 2 Dark Energy. So yeah, could be very good with multiple different kind of cards in the meta. We then have Espeon EX as well, which is a shame that it's not very good. I feel like Espeon's my favorite Pokemon, so I was really hoping that we'd get an EX for it, but it's not that good. So the ability is Psychic Healing. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and then it has the move Super Psybolt for 80 damage with a 1 retreat cost. So yeah, I mean 20 HP, where it says you may heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon. Again, it's all right, but it's nothing insane. You know, it's not really going to be dealing a crazy amount of. It's not going to be seeing a lot of play in the meta. We then do also have Lyra, so switch your active Pokemon that has damage on it with one of your benched Pokemon. So this could be very, very good for Lugia and Ho-Oh, because I assume you're going to have damage on either Lugia or Ho-Oh, so you can easily swap it in. So that's kind of like a free swap in there. We then have Silver, who has the ability your opponent reveals their hand, choose a supporter card you find there and shuffle it into your opponent's deck. Don't know if it's going to be seeing a ton of play. It doesn't seem like it's super useful unless they have like a Professor Oak or something. Maybe if you go in turn 1, that's quite useful, because it does say they reveal their hand. So you kind of actually, to be fair, yeah, it's not just like the supporters you're seeing. You're actually seeing the whole hand. So it's actually quite a decent card. For going turn 1, that could be very useful, because especially if you have like a red card in your hand as well, you could then know whether to pop that or not. We have Rescue Scarf, so if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put it into your hand instead of the discard pile. And then as well as that, we have the Elemental Switch card, which is a trainer item. So move an electric, water, or fire energy from one of your benched Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So that could still be, I guess, useful for the Lugia Ho-Oh setup. And then the new card that was revealed is the Togepi AR card. So another baby Pokemon. It has 60 HP though, with a 1 retreat cost. It has a Steel weakness. Has the move Charm. So during your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon do -20 damage. So yeah, nothing crazy, but at the end of the day, it's nice to see another new card there. But yeah, new set was revealed. Now it's in English. We kind of know that Ho-Oh and Lugia are going to be a little bit better. We'll have to see how they kind of like kind of work into the meta and stuff. But there's probably a lot of other cards that we haven't seen yet that are going to be very, very good. So either way, very happy the Johto set is coming out. Can't wait to see what like Tyranitar gets and everything like that. But either way, if you enjoy the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What card are you really hoping to pull day 1? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.